Hello students, good morning. This is Ritwik Dubey, your new computer teacher. You all are welcome to my class. Today, I will teach you all about spreadsheet formulas and functions. Okay, it is chapter number 2. But before starting the chapter, I want you all to know the fundamental things first. Okay, so let us learn the fundamental things first. What is spreadsheet? Okay, what does this word mean? So a spreadsheet is an electronic sheet. You might have seen your report card. You might have seen your attendance register where all the data are kept in rows and columns. I mean in a tabular format. Yes or no? So that is the hard copy. I mean your attendance register. Okay, manually the teachers are inserting the data using their pen. Okay, but if the same facility is being given by any software, it is called as a spreadsheet. It is called as a spreadsheet or electronic sheet. Okay, so what is the meaning of a spreadsheet? It is an electronic sheet where the data are kept in tabular format. Okay. In our syllabus, we have been given the software called Microsoft Excel. Okay, so I will be telling you about Microsoft Excel only. Microsoft Excel is a very powerful spreadsheet application which is designed by Microsoft Corporation. Okay, what is the name of the company which has designed this software or application, you can say? It is Microsoft Corporation. Okay, so Microsoft Excel comes within Microsoft Office. I mean, Microsoft Office is the package in which you get Microsoft Word, by help of which you will type letters, okay, or create any documents. You get Microsoft PowerPoint to represent something, and Microsoft Excel and all other applications also. But in this chapter, we will be learning about Microsoft Excel. Now, steps to open Microsoft Excel. First of all, you will have to click on Start button, and then you have to type Microsoft Excel in the search box and select the option Microsoft Excel. Okay, you can see this is the Start button. Here you need to click, and then you can see this is the search box. Within the search box, you will have to type Microsoft Excel. Okay, on the top you will get the option Microsoft Excel. Okay, it depends upon the version. In my case, I am using Microsoft Excel 2010 because both are same. Microsoft Excel 2016 and 2010, most of the features are same. Okay, so you can select whatever application is there or whatever version is there in your laptop or desktop. Okay, now what is the difference between workbook and worksheet? In Microsoft Excel, a worksheet is the area where you do all your work. Okay, what is worksheet? It is the area or location where we have to type the data, where we have to insert the data, edit the data, and do all sort of things. Okay, so we can enter and edit. What is the meaning of edit? Edit means modification, any kind of change. You have entered the data and then you think that no, it should change. So that is called as editing. Okay, editing means changing. So you can enter and edit data in a worksheet. When individual worksheets are combined together, they are referred to as workbook. You might have seen your textbook, right? In your textbook, when you take a textbook, that textbook contains many pages. Yes or no? 100 pages, it may be 50 pages or 200 pages. So you can just compare the textbook is your workbook here and the pages are your worksheets here. Okay. So in other words, we can say that a workbook is a collection of worksheets. Okay. What is workbook? It is a collection of worksheets. And what is worksheet? It is that area where we do all our work. Again, by default, a workbook consists of 3 worksheets. Okay. For example, your book may have 100 pages. Okay. Or may have 300 pages or may have 10 pages only. So by default, what is the meaning of by default, sir? By default means automatically. Whenever you create a workbook, how workbook is created? Whenever you create an Excel file, that is a workbook. So when you open it, by default, you will get how many worksheets? 3 worksheets. Okay. So you can just think that you have created a book where 3 pages are there. Okay. You can consider 3 worksheets to be 3 pages. Okay. But we can create as many worksheets as we want. Is it clear? For example, if you have a file and in that file, 3 papers are there. Okay. 3 papers are there. Now, can you keep more than 3 papers? Yes, you can. In a very similar fashion, here also, by default, I mean automatically a workbook has 3 worksheets, but we can increase or decrease the number of worksheets. I hope I'm clear. Now you can see, by default, 3 worksheets appear. Okay, this is sheet 1, this is sheet 2, or you can say worksheet 1, worksheet 2, worksheet 3. Okay, and this is your workbook. So each workbook consists of 3 worksheets by default automatically when you open a workbook. Clear? I will show everything, okay, everything to you practically. Don't worry. As of now, just focus on the theoretical part. Yes, again, a worksheet is divided into a grid of rows and columns. Okay, you might be knowing the meaning of rows and columns, I guess. There are 10,48,576 rows and 16,384 columns in a single worksheet. Okay, row number. Each row is assigned a number like 1, 2, 3 up to 10,48,576. Clear? Then column header. Each column is assigned a letter like A, B, C, and then when it is completed till Z, after Z, then double A, then AB, AC, AD, like this. It continues till ZZ, then triple A, then AAB, AAC, AAD, up to XFD. Okay. So in Microsoft Excel, rows are represented by numbers and columns are represented by alphabets. Columns are represented by alphabets. If it is the first column, we call it as column A. If it is second column, we call it as column B. If it is first row, we call it as row number 1. If it is second row, we call it as row number 2. Clear? I will make it clear, don't worry. Now cell, what is cell? Cell is a rectangular box which is formed at the intersection of a row and a column. You know the meaning of intersection? Intersection means when a row and column cut each other or intersect each other, we get a cell. I will show you. See, these are the rows. How many rows are there? Just count. Row number 1, row 3, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here you can see we have a total of 6 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now let us count how many columns are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Now rows are represented by numbers. So this is 1 means row number 1, 2 means row number 2, 3 means row number 3, row number 4, row number 5, row number 6. And columns are represented by alphabets. Columns are represented by alphabets. You can see the very first column is called as column A. The second column is called as column B. The third column is called as column C, and so on. Clear? So in Microsoft Excel, the rows are represented by numbers and the columns are represented by alphabets. Clear? Now, what is the meaning of cell? You can see the columns are intersecting the rows, or we can say the rows are intersecting the columns. See, this is the point of intersection. Okay, this is the point of intersection. Intersection मतलब जहां पर rows और columns एक दूसरे को काट रहा है. जब ये rows और columns एक दूसरे को काट रहे हैं, तभी तो ये square बन रहा है. नहीं तो ये स्क्वायर बनेगा क्यों, है ना। ये स्क्वायर जो हम लोगों को दिख रहा है, जितने भी स्क्वायर्स दिख रहे हैं, ये स्क्वायर्स बने कि कैसे हैं, जब रोज और कॉलम्स एक दूसरे को काट रहे हैं। इस काटने को इंग्लिश में कहा जाता है इंटरसेक्शन। ओके, so a cell is the rectangular box which is formed at the intersection of a row and a column. Now this is the cell. Okay, this is the cell. Now what, each and every cell has its own address, okay, location. Now you can see this cell, okay, what is the column of this cell? C. And what is the row number where this cell lies? 3. So what will be the address of this cell? C3. Okay, C3. It is not 3C. If you are writing 3C to be the address of this cell, it will be incorrect. It will be wrong. Okay, so what is the address of this cell? C3 cell. Why? Because this cell is lying under column C and under row 3. So C3 is the address of this cell. Okay. Now, my question, just pause the video and tell me, think, what will be the address of this cell? Yes, yes, think. I'm giving you 2-3 seconds time. Yes, you can think fast. So this cell lies under column G and row 5. So G5 will be its address. Okay, G5 will be its address. Now, range of cells. Sir, what is the meaning of range of cells? Range of cells are also known as block of cells. It means the block of cells or group of cells forming a rectangular area. Okay, now let me show you. See, this is called as range of cells. In this range of cells, how many cells are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So a group of or a collection of 9 cells are there, okay, in under this range. So this range consists of how many cells? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Clear? This is called as range of cells. Now, how to specify the range of cells through address? See, there is a technique. Can you see the cell which is on the top leftmost corner? Top leftmost corner. So this is the cell. And the cell which is located at the bottom rightmost corner, this one. Now you think that what is the address of this cell? It is under column C and row 3. So it is C3. Now what about this cell? What is the address of this cell? This cell is located under column A and row 5. So the address of this cell is E5. Now how to specify? Now how to specify the range of cells? See, you will have to write down the address of the very first cell. I mean the cell which is located on the top leftmost side of the range, and the address of the cell located at the bottom rightmost side of the range. So this is E5. And in between the two cell addresses, we need to put a colon. So what is this C3 is to E5? This signifies a range of cells. तो आप लोग कभी भी अगर इसको अगर देखोगे कि C3 is to E5 लिखा हुआ है, इसका मतलब है कि आपको समझना है यहाँ पे रेंज ऑफ सेल्स की बात हो रही है, यानी कि ग्रुप ऑफ सेल्स की बात हो रही है. क्लियर? सो C3 is to E5 is the range of cells. और ये C3 is to E5 आया कैसे? वो रेंज के सबसे ऊपर लेफ्ट मोस्ट में ये वाला सेल है, इसका एड्रेस क्या है? C3. और उस रेंज के सबसे नीचे राइट साइड में जो सेल है उसका एड्रेस क्या है? E5. दोनों को लिख दोगे, दोनों के बीच में is2 का साइन दे दोगे, यानी कि कॉलन का साइन दे दोगे. क्लियर? आई होप द रेंज ऑफ सेल्स इज क्लियर टू यू. नाउ just pause the video and you think what will be this? Yes, the top leftmost cell is G1 and the bottom rightmost cell is K3. So it will be G1 is to K3. Okay, G1 is to K3. Okay. Now name box and formula bar. Name box and formula bar. The name box displays the name, or you can say address, of the active cell or the first active cell of the selected range. If you have not selected the range, then it will show you the address of the active cell. What? The name box. Okay, and if you have selected the range, within the range, the very first cell will be the active cell, and the address of that cell will be represented in the name box. Clear? Then what is formula bar? Formula bar is located on the right of the name box, and it displays the contents of the active cell. Okay, the cell which you will select will become the active cell, and the things or data which you will insert in that cell, the same thing will appear in the formula bar. You don't worry, I will show it to you. Okay, now you can see this picture. Okay, this is called as name box. Why A1 is being written over here? Because in this case, in this scenario, the active cell is A1 cell. Is it clear? Okay, and this is the formula bar. If I will write here Ritwik in this cell, Ritwik will appear. If I will write here 10, 20, 30, 40, whatever, the same thing will appear in the formula bar. Okay, let me show it to you. Let me show it to you. So how to create Excel file? See, this is the start button. Click over it and type Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel. EXCEL. Microsoft Excel. No items found. Why? Why is it show? Yes, by default it came in my system Microsoft Excel 2010. Let me click over it. Okay, now you can see this is called as the workbook. Okay, this is called as the workbook. Now you can see, since the file is not saved, so by default the name assigned by the system is book 1. But if I save this file with any name, the same name will come. If I will write here report card will come, or Ritwik Dubey will come. Okay, since I have not saved this file, I'm getting the name book 1. Clear? Now this is sheet 1. See, bottom. Look to the bottom. Sheet 1, sheet 2. Now this is sheet 3. In sheet 1, let me type something. Okay, let me make the font size bigger so that you can see. Okay, let me select it and let me give 48. Yes, let me write here 21 in sheet 1. Okay, let me select sheet 2 and let me increase the font size again 48. Let me write here 105. Okay, just to let you know that I am working in 3 sheets. Let me select this and then let me write 568. Okay, 560. Now you can see when I am opening sheet 1, I have written this. When I am opening sheet 2, I have written this. When I am opening sheet 3, I have written this. So by default, how many worksheets are there within a workbook? 3. Sir, can we delete it? Yes, we can delete it by right click and delete. Sir, we can increase. Sir, can we increase the number of sheets? Yes. Can you see this button just next to sheet 2? Yes. See. Okay. Is this clear? We can rename it by double clicking on it and give any name. For example, English. Okay. For example, computer. COMPUTER, computer. So you can rename the sheets also. So my point is, we can increase the number of sheets and we can decrease the number of sheets. Clear? Clear? Okay. Now you can see here I've written 21. What is the address of this cell? Now this is the activated cell. This is the active cell. Why? Because I have selected this cell. Now if I select this cell will become the active. Okay, this cell will become the active cell. Now what is the address of this cell that has been selected by me? This is K8. You can see K8 is written over there. Now what is this? What is the address of this cell? Yes, the value obviously it is 21. The value will appear at the formula bar. Okay, the value will appear at the formula bar, but the address of this cell will appear in the name box D8. Okay, why? Because this cell is lying under column D and row number 8. So what is the address of this cell? The address of this cell is D8. Is this clear? Okay, so all these things were the fundamental things, okay, which you must know. From next class, I will directly jump into the chapter and I will teach you how we can write formulas, okay, what is the difference between functions and formulas, how we can use formulas, and all sort of other things given in the syllabus. Okay, yes, one thing more, how to save this, because till now it is not saved. So can you see the file menu? I need to click on file menu, then save as option is the second option. Okay, then let me select the location desktop. You can choose F drive, E drive, okay, as per your own desire. Now, what is the file name? File name, let me give Ritwik work, Ritwik workbook. Okay, let me save it. Now let me check it whether it came or not in the desktop. Yes, we can see this Ritwik workbook. Whenever I open, okay, the content written by me will appear. Is this clear? So these were the fundamental things. Okay, these were the fundamental things. If you're not sure, you can watch the video once again, okay, and take down the notes. So thank you so much for attending this class. Hope you'll like it.